All right, man. I'm doing a segment now called 5 Good Ones, in which I ask you 5 good questions. You might think they suck. Who knows? But they're 5 good ones. And we're going to fucking get right into it, man. Some of these questions might be a little loaded. Some are kind of silly, dumb bullshit. But either way, I'm starting off with this first one. What has been your favorite moment in your stand-up comedy career?
Favorite moment in my stand-up comedy career? Dude, honestly, probably like when we started stand-up. You know what I mean? Because you didn't know how that was going to go. And then, for a few years, it was really good. And, it was just the funnest time of your life. But, like, to start something and you not know how to do it, and you just got that nervousness. And then, people enjoy it. And, yeah, I mean, it was awesome. You know what I mean? Like, like Brody came down, like TJ Miller, and you're just kind of like, they're coming to this fucking show. You know what I mean?
Brody Stevens. Yeah, man. Dude, I know what you're saying, though, because when you're starting something that you're like, how the fuck is this going to go? But you're doing it with your friends. Mm-hmm. And then it makes the success that much sweeter. You enjoy the little shit together. And then when it sucks, it doesn't suck as much. Because, again, you're with your boys, you get fucked up afterwards, all that good stuff. But real quick, that great show, Stand Up, which is what you're referring to. Everyone was a stand-up comedy showcase in Chicago. Who headlined the first one you ever did? I can't remember.
You.
That's right.
Joey Kilgallon did.
I know. It was a good poster, too. All right.
And I remember being like, dude, we got to get Joe. Because Joe's nice to me, so Joe can headline.
Oh, really? See? That tells everyone listening, be nice to people and good shit happens. All right, question number 2 of 5 good ones. What is the worst sex you've ever had? And was it her fault or your fault or his fault?
Dude, definitely worst sex I ever had. Man, when I moved to Chicago, definitely like my first week, and I hooked up with a chick across the street. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, I just moved to the city. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the start of my new life. You know what I mean? Like, I remember just getting wasted, and then, she was wasted. And I remember, like, coming from college and coming to the city, and, like, you just think you're an adult man or some shit. You know how to fucking talk to women. I was like, so do you want to fuck? And then she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck. That actually worked. Do you know what I mean? And, dude, we banged, and it was just like nervousness of just like, oh my God, I'm in the city and I'm in her fucking house, and she wasn't the best looking, but you just do it because you're excited. Just, it's like, I'm finally here. And then, then you're like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have done that. She's my neighbor. You know what I mean? So it was bad in many, many aspects. But.
Yeah, you don't want to shit where you eat, man. But I get it. It's a bang out of convenience, because maybe it's good, and then all of a sudden, you come home from the bar, and all you have to do is send over a text, and you cross the street and make it happen.
No, man, she looked like Kenny Whitskull. And
good God. All right, just for everyone listening who doesn't know who that is, Kenny Whitskull. And if you're listening, Kenny, I love you. But Kenny Whitskull looks like if Kurt Cobain was addicted to Twinkies instead of heroin. He kind of looks like a fat Kurt Cobain, don't you think?
Yeah,
a little bit, right? All right. Well, that's a fun one for you. That's a good lay. All right. Well, speaking of fat, your last meal, you're on death row. You get a last meal. What are you eating?
Last meal, death row. It's a steak. It's a really good steak.
It? Give me some details.
Dude, it's going to be rare, and it's going to be like from Swift and Sons. It's going to be just salt and pepper. Do you know what I mean? But it's going to be done correctly. Yeah.
See, I love rare. I like a little medium rare though too. Dude, when I meet people who go like medium well or well done on their steak, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
If you go to like if you go to an actual steakhouse, it's like you can trust them. It's $69 a steak here.
Well, yeah, of course. If you're going some back alley steakhouse, then obviously you might want to have that sucker cooked all the way. But in the same regard, if you're going to somewhere where you don't trust how well they're cooking it, don't order the steak. Don't order something like that, because even at those places, they'll still try to charge you $20 maybe. I don't know. All right. Who's your favorite comedian? That's a tough one. So you can give a few names if you want.
Favorite comedian right now, all time?
Both.
Both. Like right now, dude, it's not TJ Miller. It's fucking, I'm blanking on his fucking name. We were just talking about him. I don't know, all time favorite stand-up comedian. I mean, dude, it's easy to say Bill Burr because I definitely love Bill Burr, but
Me too.
it changes every year, man. You know, Nate Bargatze right now. It's probably my favorite comic right now.
Dude, he's awesome. He's really funny. Super funny.
Really good.
Yeah, I like his style is so comfortable. He's got that thing where there's only a handful of people who are like that, where they're kind of, as they're telling you the story, there's not a lot of punchlines along the way, but it's like, oh, I'm going to get there. When I get there, it's going to be amazing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he does it extremely well. I remember I watch all his stuff. I'm like, man, it's really good.
Yeah, he popped in through. He started in Chicago actually. He's from Nashville, but he started stand up in Chicago for like a couple years. I think maybe a year or two. I didn't know him. It was before my time. But he when he came, I only know that because he came back to visit Chicago, and he did Comedians You Should Know. You know, the show I produce, and was a really nice dude, really good guy. He worked at Jake Melnick's when he lived in Chicago.
I don't know what that is.
Jake Melnick's is a fucking chicken wing bar in downtown, like River North neighborhood, I want to say. And they're always like top 5 for the hottest chicken wings or like best, barbecue wings or something like that. I figured you would have known what it was. I like how your cat is just fucking putting her pussy up on you. You know what I mean?
And she's like, "Are you done? What are you doing sitting down and staring at a computer like this?"
All right, next question. This is question number 5. If you could party with any famous dead person, could be historical, could be, someone recent, but you could party with any famous dead person, who would it be?
Yeah, you think these are like questions you put, you have loaded, but like this is like a good question. Like, who would I want to party with? Dead celebrity I want to party with. I mean, Chris Farley. I mean, that sounds like a fucking fun ass time, or sad, depending if you read the book or not.
I did not read the book. I don't want to. Chris Farley was my guy, dude. That's actually a few people have given Chris Farley as an answer, so you're not alone in that one. That's a popular one, especially in our world of comedy. That guy was just a big ball of energy, big ball of sunshine. Just seemed like such a fun, positive dude. And sadly, those are always the dudes that seem to be hurting the most on the inside. But yeah, man, I watched a clip of him. It was going around Twitter a couple days ago of his entrance on Letterman. Like, he got introduced at Letterman and he came in all the way from the back and was just running in, high-fiving everybody. And one guy he like picked up and put over his shoulder and carried him out through like the back door there and threw him into a dumpster, and then came running back in and doing cartwheels and just sweating. And then he sits down and tells Letterman was like, "Oh, that might be one of the best entrances we've ever had." And he goes, "My left arm is tingling." Like, just pretends like he's having a heart attack. It was fucking hysterical. But yeah, he definitely loved and he embraced that "I'm the fat guy that falls down" role. Mm-hmm. Which, ends up really affecting you, I think, mentally after a while, because all those dudes, they seem to die way before their time. I mean, John Candy died of a heart attack. That was more just from eating too much. I don't think he was popping pills or sniffing glue, Mm-hmm. Cocaine, obviously, as well. Like Chris was, on his deathbed, what is he found with like heroin, cocaine, and all sorts of crazy shit.
The speedball, yeah.
Speedball, man.
And the Hancock. And then I know the guy who got that apartment.
Really? So the guy who has Chris Farley's old apartment?
Well, he owns the whole like thing, but yeah.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of condos in that. It's the 3rd tallest building in the city. 4th now? Might be the 4th tallest in the city of Chicago now. Famous building, though. Fuck, man, that'd be creepy to me to know, like, this icon.
Yeah, this is the floor where they found him. Yeah.
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 He's doing speedballs with prostitutes, and that's your home now? That's where you...
Yeah.
This
is our daycare for our children.
Yeah, fuck, man. Imagine is he a single guy? You bring women back? Is that like a hook? Hey, I live in Farley's old place.
I'm sure it's Second City. You're pulling some ass from Old Town Ale House, but
that's a very good point there.